After over a year of being away from SML, I've made a grand return to the channel for the SML movie, or at least as close as we'll probably ever get. And how was it? I mean, you did read the title of this video, right? Before we talk about the movie itself, let's take a trip back to July 9th, 2017. On Chili's channel, the Super Mario Logan movie would be announced with no release date. The movie would then be in a seemingly never-ending production hiatus for 5 years because of circumstances like demonetization, a cease and desist letter from Nintendo that I don't believe all that much if I'm being honest, channels being deleted, and relationship problems between Logan and Chili. But on August 21st, 2022, the SML movie, or Jeffy's 18th birthday if you want to get technical about it, would finally be shown off to the world. Before we dive in, I do have to show respect to the crew behind SML for being behind this project for as long as they have been. Even after everything they've been through over the years, they still stood strong to give people a product that, while personally I'm not satisfied with, I know that Logan has an incredibly loyal and dedicated audience, one that would very much like this for what it is. And one last thing before we get into the movie, I feel like I should talk about my feelings on the channel as a whole. Now, like I said before, I've been away from SML for over a year now, leading because of the video Precious' Biggest Fan, which I may or may not cover in the future depending on if people want me to do it or not. But I would have to say that it's no surprise that from when SML started to the point he is at now, there has been a sharp decline in terms of quality. You probably have a good grasp as to why already, and I plan to discuss what I don't like about modern SML in an analysis later down the road. But for now, I think it's time we finally get to Jeffy's 18th birthday. And man, it's not a good one. The movie begins in what is admittedly a very unique and interesting setting in terms of SML. The opening scene establishes that Jeffy's biological mom has escaped from prison in search of his son, Jeffy. If I do have to say something positive about this movie, it's that I actually really like the opening scene. It does a great job at establishing that the tone of this video is going to be different from the ones before it, or possibly even after it. Paired with the great visuals that create this mysterious and intense ambiance, and the quiet music that, when combined, makes for a fantastic watching experience. But, as the title suggests, it's almost all downhill from here. Oh boy. We cut to Screwball setting up his van so he can kidnap small children, and then Jeffy's mom comes in and stops him. She offers him $50,000 if he helps her kidnap Jeffy, and they team up. And I'll admit that this is an interesting team up. Too bad it goes nowhere interesting. So Mario and Chef Pee-Pee, yes I do know Mario is called Marvin now but I don't care, are seen setting up the kitchen in celebration of Jeffy's 18th birthday.
Hey Chef Pee-Pee, can you go to the store and get 50 more balloons?
50 more balloons? I'll get you stupid balloons. Now leave me alone.
I just want to make sure that Jeffy gives me money. I want to make sure that Jeffy knows I love him.
Marvin, you're not doing this just because Jeffy's inheriting millions of dollars from his dead father, are you?
Jeffy's inheriting millions of dollars from his dead father? It completely slipped my mind.
Oh, really?
I'm being serious, baby. You know I love Jeffy. I mean, it's his 18th birthday.
Now, I want you all to remember this, and a scene that will be coming up later within the story, because they'll both play a major role in why a certain aspect of this movie really sucks. But for now, let's continue with where we are. Mario wakes up Jeffy and acts extremely nice to him, but it isn't genuine. Remember that. Now, you might have noticed that we're pretty deep into the video, and so far, I haven't addressed the comedy. So, how is it?
Hey Daddy, since I'm 18 now, can I throw this glass cup against the wall and shatter it?
I mean, I'd rather you didn't, but if that's what you want to do on your birthday party, then go for it, buddy, but please don't.
I've suddenly grown out of childish behavior.
Wait, really?
No.
Okay, so basic post-Jeffy SML humor. Glad to see we have all our bases covered here. Moving on. So Jeffy's friends arrive at the party, and then we see Screwball and Jeffy's mom pull up at the house. Say, what time are we at right now? It surely couldn't have been that long. So you mean to tell me that whole section of the video took almost 5 minutes, despite having barely a minute of stuff actually happening? And you're also telling me that this is the least of this video's terrible pacing problems? Oh, this is gonna be a long day. So the two devise a plan to try to kidnap Jeffy, and Screwball has the idea to go up to the house and pretend that he's a clown that was hired for the party. There's absolutely no way this plan is gonna work. I mean, the characters are smart enough to realize that they didn't hire a clown for the party, so I'm pretty sure that this attempt is gonna—
I mean, a clown would make Jeffy's birthday party really cool.
It sure would.
So come on inside.
Planned on it.
I don't even know what I was expecting, honestly. This is 2022 SML we're talking about. A point in time where the channel is the most diluted and far off from what it originally was. And speaking of which, let's quickly rewind to the scene just before this with Jeffy and his friends. Cody sees some of the decorations have a rainbow pattern on them, and surprise of all surprises, he takes it as Jeffy showing his support for the LGBTQ+ community, and then calls it very homo. Because that's totally what this character has always been. He's never been anything different from this one characteristic of being a gay stereotype. It's totally not like there's documented videographic evidence that suggests that he maybe, just maybe, had a compelling character outside of the fact he's gay. Forget those 2014 videos that showed him being a troubled kid with special needs and being respected by his peers. We don't need characters to be more than a one-dimensional stereotype that's rarely, if ever, funny. Our audience will eat this crap up like a goddamn Thanksgiving buffet. But please, move forward with your absolutely broken story. I'd love to see where it goes next.
I can strip too.
Stop that. We don't need that.
Oh yes we do, keep going.
Once again, all this character ever was. If you're going to have multiple characters play in your big special video and not have them play a significant role outside of their flanderized non-personalities, then why would you even have them here to begin with? You know, other than to grasp at the lore and the character's backlog that you honestly don't care about. To Logan and any of the crew who may miraculously stumble upon this video. You don't care about any potential lore or the characters you built up for years now. So keep that energy and stop giving us these moments only for a cheap joke or a point in the story that goes nowhere because you wanted to throw it in, but you don't care enough to actually give it meaning or purpose to be here. So Screwball gets kicked out of the party for being hostile towards Mario, and the two try to come up with another plan. While this is happening, everyone at the party goes outside so Jeffy can hit its piñata.
Take this, horsey! Ah!
Where you go, Mr. Lollipop? Get back here, you crazy lollipop. Come here.
All right, here's the kid.
Whoa, hold on. Play that clip again for a second.
Where you go, Mr. Lollipop? Get back here, you crazy.
How did nobody see him? He's right out in the open. Does everyone here just have selective vision? Why is this story so terrible? So Screwball kidnaps Patrick by mistake, and they have to devise yet another plan to get Jeffy. But inside the house, Jeffy wants everyone to dress up like him for his birthday, which, believe it or not, is the most natural thing to happen so far in this story. What isn't natural, and what's probably the most frustrating part of this video's first half, is this.
Listen, baby, it's not about the money.
Breaking news, okay? World-renowned painter, Jacques-Pierre Francois, the famous painter we all presumed was dead, turns out he's actually still alive. He faked his death to make his paintings more valuable. I have an exclusive interview with him now. Alright everyone, I'm here with the now alive world-renowned painter Jacques-Pierre Francois. So tell us, Jacques, why would you fake your own death?
You see, paintings are worth more when the artist is dead, and I was drowning in gambling debts. So I faked my own death, and now my paintings are worth millions. Extraordinary.
This news report scene is the single worst scene in this entire video. Not only does it not go anywhere, but it further proves my point that there's no care put into integrating the lore and the history of the channel in a meaningful way outside of one scene that barely has anything to do with the story. But put a pin in this scene, because we're gonna call back upon it later on. This news report sparks an argument between Mario and Rosalina about how, surprise of all surprises, Mario didn't set up the whole party out of a genuine care for Jeffy, and instead did it so he can get his inheritance. And now that he can't get it, he's gonna throw Jeffy out of the house. Because this has totally been Mario's character for all of time. He totally wasn't a genuine father figure to Jeffy, and totally didn't grow a sense of respect and love for him, despite how tiring it might have been to take care of him. It's really telling when PlushTubers like JJ, Pixel, Alex, Ninchan, or Epic Star Bros are better at having characters act the way they're supposed to, and have them be developed more properly over time than a channel that predates almost all of them by over a decade. Like, if you're going to have these characters act this way, why is it so much to ask for it to be shown more naturally than this? Can we just have one modern SML video, or Hell, any modern plush video where all of the characters are in their character, it has a story that fits the characters, and pacing and dialogue that feels natural for the characters, and have conversations that don't feel straight out of a Dora the Explorer episode. Like is any of what I'm saying, is it coming off as if these basic things are just too much to ask for someone who's proven to have a catalog of incredible videos that effortlessly did all these things and more? Because I really don't think so, but apparently the internet thinks it is for some reason. Anyways, before I start a bigger writing in my comment section, Squirrel pulls up and plays music to make Jeffy and his friends think that there's an ice cream truck outside.
Where's Jeffy?
Where's all the kids at?
Marvin, I couldn't find any more balloons at the store. Don't yell at me.
I don't care. We don't need any more balloons.
Wait, seriously? Well, you wanted balloons earlier.
I don't care about this party. I don't care about these balloons. We don't need anything.
Thank God.
Do you know where the kids are at, Chef PB?
I think they're outside at the ice cream truck getting ice cream.
Ice cream truck?
Yeah, you don't hear it?
Now, listen, I enjoy Chef Pee-Pee as much as the next guy, but this man was nowhere to be seen for almost the entirety of the first half, specifically after he was tasked to get more balloons for Jeffy's party. Why is it that this man's only contribution to the story is to point this out? Why couldn't Mario and Rosalina figure this information out by themselves? The ice cream song was still playing, but no, let's just conveniently forget about this and have a past character spoon-feed this information to the characters to, once again, make it seem like we care about this aspect of our work when we clearly couldn't give a crap about it. So Screwball tells the kids to go to the back of the van, but Mario is there to stop Screwball from getting Jeffy because everyone is dressed up like Jeffy. Mario is mistaken for Jeffy as Jeffy's mom speeds off. Back inside, nobody seems to be fazed by the fact that they just witnessed a kidnapping and they sing happy birthday to Jeffy. Like, is this a separate video? Because these characters should be showing so much more of a concern than they are right now. I seriously have never seen a worse usage of characters that were built up for years. This is honestly just kind of pathetic. After some more filler, because this video has some of the worst pacing I've ever seen, we finally get to something important.
Let's watch the news.
Breaking news, okay? A prisoner in a maximum security prison has escaped. Please be on the lookout for this woman pictured here. Her name is Nancy.
Real mommy escaped from prison?
So Jeffy has now been made aware of the fact that his real mother has escaped from prison. And I will say, this could have been a really powerful scene if it was much earlier within the story, and if they didn't almost completely dismiss it. It's brought up and then brought down in almost an instant, and it's almost like it has no lasting impact throughout this scene. If this scene was earlier within the story and made it as if this actually had a lasting impact on Jeffy throughout the course of the video up until this point, then it would have been so much more powerful and had more meaning to it than it does here. We switch back to Mario's perspective, and Jeffy's mom makes Mario call Jeffy to say he's kidnapped and that he won't be released until he gets both Jeffy and his inheritance money. This leads into what is perhaps the most frustrating scene of this entire video.
Jeffy, hold on, my phone's ringing. It's a blocked number. Hello?
Talking no funny business.
Hey, baby.
Marvin, where are you? Why are you calling from a blocked number?
It's a long story, so I got...
Oh my God, are you calling from a side chick's phone?
What side chick would I have? Listen, baby, look, I'm kidnapped, and they want millions of dollars, so can you bring...
Marvin, is this your sick way of trying to make money because Jeffy's dad really isn't dead?
Wait, he's not?
But baby, no, I'm not trying to make money.
I can't believe you abandoned Jeffy on his birthday. You're a deadbeat dad.
No, I'm kidnapped. I didn't...
I guess just come home whenever you feel like
Don't
it.
hang up.
Like, I don't even know where to begin. Yes, please make Rosalina the absolute dumbest brick aside from Junior, and have her assume that Mario snuck off to go play New Super Mario Bros. With the side chick when it's very clear he's been kidnapped. Because that's all this character has ever been, and that's all this relationship has ever been. It's totally not like it's been built up to be, while flawed, still a stable relationship where the two people listen and respect and understand each other. I'm going to die on this hill. These characters are not at all what they used to be. And it's not because they were developed naturally over time, it's because nobody cares. Nobody cares at all about having these characters actually be in character and serve the story in a meaningful way. This is the most pathetic scene I've seen in all of SML because it proves to me that none of the crew are willing to put in the effort or the time to accurately portray the characters they themselves established and built up for years. It also proves that the story doesn't matter to these people, despite the fact that they really want you to care about it despite how stupid and contrived it is. And if that wasn't enough, this scene is completely pointless because after this, the point is finally across that Mario is in danger. Why did it have to take this long? just to make these characters aware of this information? Why did we have to make all of these really stupid jokes that show the little effort that's going into the characterization? All of this served no purpose other than show how completely squandered this character is. But anyway, let's see how these characters resolve this problem. So Rosalina calls the cops and we get another 3 minutes of nothing happening. Then the cops call Jeffy's mom, they agree to meet on a field with no weapons, and they don't bring weapons because of course they don't. And surprise of all surprises, Jeffy's mom brought a weapon.
Show me the money or I'm gonna blow his head off.
That's not fair!
That's not fair.
That's not fair!
Because that's always what this character has been, and totally not a reliable man who was once extremely funny. Jeffy goes to his mom, his voice actor takes a break from trying, and we get the one scene that everyone used to defend this video. The car chase. Yes, it's impressive. Yes, it's fast-paced and fun, but it doesn't take away from the fact that everything else in this video has been completely devoid of everything that made SML great in the first place. This one scene that I will fully admit is a great scene from a visual standpoint is not enough to forgive the fact that this entire video has spent the majority of its time being anything but the channel Super Mario Logan. It punishes me for knowing how these characters were, for how the pacing was, and for how the dialogue felt more organic than how it is here. But we'll come back to this point in just a second, so hold that thought. The car chase ends with everyone in the van presumably dying in an explosion.
Marvin, where's Jeffy?
He's not coming back, baby.
What do you mean he isn't coming back? Where is he?
His mom took him.
No, she didn't. Marvin, we have to go back there. We have to go get him. Get the cops.
No, he's dead, baby.
He's dead? What are you talking about, Marvin?
Listen, the mom took him in the van, and the van exploded, and Jeffy died in the explosion.
Exploded? No, Marvin, Jeffy can't be gone. No, he just can't. He can't. Go get Jeffy.
He's dead, baby. He's dead.
But it's
He's
his
not
birthday.
coming back. He's not coming back.
Marvin, no, it can't be real. This isn't happening. It's his birthday today. Marvin, no.
I know. He died, baby. I know. I should have been nicer to him.
I just can't believe this is happening.
I know.
That's our baby boy.
I know. I should have been nicer to him. I shouldn't have been mean to him on his birthday. I'm sorry. If I had a chance, I'd say sorry. I wish he was here right now.
Okay, so let's really think about this with the information provided to us in this video. In the first act, Mario set up a party for Jeffy's 18th birthday, which seemed like a nice gesture on the surface, but was revealed to be in the second act to actually be an attempt to get money out of him. Then, when he found out about Jeffy's real father being alive, he was ready to throw him out of the house, and Mario changed his perspective only in the third act after he's actually been taken from him, with no build-up whatsoever. And here, the way his voice actor says his lines, it doesn't even sound genuine. It sounds so fake. So this all is lost scene has such little weight to it. This isn't a feel-sad moment because he spent the initial time really hammering it home that Mario was going to great lengths to tell and show how little he cares for Jeffy. And then you just have him 180 to this version of him that was never hinted at in the video. And you can't tell me that it's because he cared because Rose cared, because once again, during that scene in the second act with Mario and Rosalina bickering, Rose wanted Jeffy to stay and not be kicked out, and Marvin couldn't care less. That is the only part of his character that was established throughout this movie, besides the first act, which was already proven to be a facade. I've heard a defense for this being that Marvin showed his true feelings for Jeffy after he got kidnapped, and he always cared for him secretly, and if this is the case, the video needed to do a better job foreshadowing this. The only documented evidence that we've seen in this movie, not in any other video because this channel is almost completely self-contained, is Mario going on live for the party, which again, was proven to be false. Yes, there have been other videos where Mario was worried because something bad happens to Jeffy, but this isn't like other videos. This is on a much larger scale, and this point should have been foreshadowed better than how it was. And this video clearly doesn't care about anything it might have built up over the years or anything substantial to the lore. But let's defend this one circumstance with a fake authenticity while simultaneously hand-waving all the other times in this video where they go against the lore and what they built up, or only bring it up for cheap humor. Like, just because you have Mario hate Jeffy throughout the course of this video, and then suddenly have him 180 and feel bad to him, it doesn't actually mean that he feels bad, it just means you're forcing the writing to work. And let's go back to the news scene. That whole news scene shot any part in Marvin's arc that was genuinely compelling in the foot. And if you removed that part, it would have made for a much more compelling story, and it could have even shown Jeffy's abuse of power because Marvin said that Jeffy is the king of the house for the day. And then have Marvin lash out at Jeffy, causing him to go outside, and have the movie play out the way it did. And I guarantee you, if that would have happened, and if this was the crux of the first act, leading into the second act, this could have been one of SML's best videos, if not his absolute best. But what am I saying? That's clearly too much to ask for. Let's just finish this already. It's revealed that Jeffy is alive through stupid circumstances in which I honestly don't care anymore. And this has been Jeffy's 18th birthday. Nothing else happened besides Screwball also being revealed to be alive because of the status quo. This is the type of video someone would make if they thought they knew what SML was, and if they thought they knew what made SML great, but did their research by looking at all the 2018 and onwards videos. This is nothing like SML. I don't know if I'd call this the worst video I've seen this year. Comparing this to Evil Luigi is pretty much like comparing apples to oranges, but it's still a terrible video that goes against everything SML once stood for. And to think this was something like the SML movie, I need to watch literally anything else to forget about this video. So what's next?
It's so wet! Oh my god!
Can we go back to SML, please?